Hi investors, welcome back to part 2 of rabbit keeping. Here is the journey of a young farmer. He started from 2 local rabbits to hybrids and now he is doing ornamental birds. He'll tell us into details how the journey has been. Please watch till the end and God is going to bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like and just leave a comment, and I'll be very happy seeing your comment. Even just saying hi Magoshi, I'll be very happy. So God bless you as we listen to this young farmer. So Edwin, we left at the stage where you lost your rabbits and you decided like to do your own research, and you said you went to someone who was doing in large. So how was it beneficial to you, and what made you now to come now to this side and started all this?
Well, the Englishman says, if you don't know the road, then a road can take you wherever you want to go. So when I made the mistakes that I made of venturing into a venture that I little knew about, I had now to look for someone who had who has gone before me. So after I went, I learned so much, right from rabbit breeds. Remember, I said I didn't know anything about breeds.
Yes.
So what we call interbreeding, crossbreeding, and all these, I have no idea. I had no idea about.
Okay.
So I learned about how to select breeds,
Okay.
how to have your breeding stock, and what to breed with. If you need to do crossbreeding, what you need to crossbreed between what and what. Because again, you don't just breed, and so you need to learn. You need to know what goes on. I also learned about the feeding program, because again, it's not about feeding. When you talk about human beings, there's what we call malnutrition.
Okay.
So even in rabbits, you need to give them balanced diet, in the sense that there are so many nutrients they require. What 3 months old winner or rabbit requires is not what a breastfeeding mother requires. So they vary.
Okay.
What the body, the feeding schedule, or what you feed them depends on the age. At the certain age the rabbit is in.
Okay.
So I learned about the feeding program. I learned about how to take care of pregnant does. I learned again of how to take care after they deliver, when you need to separate the babies or the bunnies from the parents. Again, it's also good to know that even when you go to those trainings, you also realize that you also don't bring the female, you don't bring the male to the female's cage. You don't bring the male.
Repeat that one.
You don't bring the male to the female's cage.
Why?
You don't do that. Even in real life scenarios.
Yeah, sure.
A man doesn't come to a woman or a lady's house. It's the vice versa happens. So it is the lady or the doe that should be taken to the backs or to the male's cage.
So they should be separated.
Yes. So it's only, you only put them together when you need to mate. So what happens when you put there are things that happen when you put a male, when you bring it to a female's cage. So these are the
they
things.
get to a certain age and now you are able now to separate them.
Yes. So all these things I'm saying are things that now you learn
during that process.
Yes. And many more.
Now the training took you like how long, let's say?
The fact that I was into farming already as a layman as I was, meant that I need to be fine-tuned. So what I did for myself was fine-tuning, and I went for a 5 hours.
Okay,
5 hours course.
Yeah.
5 hours on what I have earlier mentioned about the breeding and the feeding, how to take care of what.
So were you able now to pinpoint what you are not doing right?
I was actually able to trace where I had made mistakes, and I was in a better position to correct now where things had gone wrong. Because mistakes were there, plenty of them. Some of the things you do oblivious of the outcome, and you end up paying for your mistakes. So I would advise people, but there's no need of venturing into anything. May it be farming, may it be any type of investment, if you don't have the necessary information. So information is power.
information is key.
Yes.
And I can see you have very pretty plates. This one you discovered this.
Yes, this is now after the
Let me-
training.
Uh-huh.
That is now on the area of feeding.
These are feeding plates. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's good to needless to say, it's good to say that these feeding pots are made out of clay.
Uh-huh.
So I sourced them from around.
Okay.
So it's also good to, when you're growing,
Uh-huh.
build people who are around you.
Uh-huh.
And there's something else, if you can show them the nesting box. Yeah.
This is where they give birth.
Yes, the nesting boxes.
Uh-huh.
These again are locally made.
Uh-huh.
And these
And
are
why this? Why this metal? Why this?
the reason as to
metallic?
why we prefer this is because you see.
So someone can improvise, huh?
Yes, rabbit urine is very corrosive.
Yeah,
Very corrosive.
sure.
In the sense that if the rabbit gives birth on probably a wooden nesting box, chances are it's not going to be durable. Number one, chances are again it's going to be a lot of smell, because again it's peeing and pooing on the wooden nesting box.
Okay.
So the essence of having this metallic one is because it's easy to clean. And number one, you will use it for a very long time without going bad or getting eroded by the urine.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see this, it has holes down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why this?
These holes are for passing out urine. Passing out urine, because when the mother is either number one, because you put this nesting box 3 days before the rabbit gives birth, so that it can familiarize itself with this nesting box. So what happens is, before it gives birth, it can still stay inside here after feeding for rest, in preparation for it giving birth. So once it pees, that the spaces you've seen now down there is where now the urine comes out. Even the poo can also come out of that. But essentially, the essence of having a nesting box is to prevent your litter, so that when your rabbit gives birth, chances are if it gives birth on a plain ground,
Okay.
the litter is going to die. The young ones are going to die, because they're going to, number one, they are tiny, and what we have for the ground is the wire.
Okay.
So they are going to be squeezed, and once they are squeezed, because they are tiny and they are very vulnerable, they will end up dying. Again, in the course of the rabbit going about, you can step on them. But
Okay.
with this part here, you are sure that your litter is going to be safe. Yes.
Now you came to this nice structure. What's the secret of coming with? I know, in terms of coming up with a structure from a young farmer, it will cost a lot. What was your a tip you can give someone and tell them, imagine even you can do it?
That's a good question. I would want to liken my idea to a mustard seed that is very small.
Yeah.
And how I came about to having the order structures to these new structures is number one, you need to assess yourself. What do you have at hand?
Okay.
You don't have to start big like I have, or rather, you don't have to start so huge and say, I'll only inject my investment once I get probably 100,000, 500,000, 50,000. This number one secret I would say is you don't have to start with many cages. You can start even as many as one, or as little as one.
Yes.
With one cage, I mean, you only need locally available materials, like the cages like you can see here. We have the chicken wire, and timber that is available. So you can
I
probably
can show you the
yeah.
chicken wire. Now this one, you can use it, the front part.
You can use the chicken wire for the front part.
Like you can tell them, like, you can go source them in bits.
Exactly. A meter of chicken wire, I am not marketing for any company. A meter of chicken wire goes for, I think, 70 shillings.
Okay.
So if you have 70 shillings, You can buy as little as 1 meter. When you get finances, you buy another meter. Basically, what we are saying is you have the potential to start at whatever stage.
Yeah.
So, for me, I have been expanding like in schedules. The first schedule, I do like 4 kgs. After like 2 weeks, I do another like 2 kgs. So in a span of like 1 month, I normally do like around 20 or 30 kgs. That doesn't mean that if your financial muscle is low, you cannot start somewhere.
Okay.
You can always do something within the lines of what you have. Yes.
Now you are able now to come up with 4 kgs, and now the next was the breeds. Where did you get now? I can see you have a very beautiful rabbit over here. Now you went to breeds now. You have already learned about the breeds. Now you invested in the breeds now. These are hybrids.
Yeah, we do hybrid rabbits. Why we do hybrid rabbits
Did
is
you start with the hybrids?
no, I
They were
didn't.
the local ones.
They were the local
But
breeds.
now after the training.
Yes. Again, after, like I said, when you go for training, you are now in a better position to make informed decisions.
Okay.
Unlike when you have no idea what you're doing, and what is expected of you. So it is after the training where I now had to source for pure breeds. Pure breeds, I mean, pure breeds are, in layman's language, hybrids,
Like improved.
like improved.
From like our local.
From our local breed, we have like three classifications of rabbits.
Okay.
We have the local breeds, we have the medium breeds, and now we have the hybrids. So basically, now what we do here is the hybrids.
Yeah.
Again, the selection of breeds is very, very essential, very, very important, because you don't want to start a venture and then you have like 100 rabbits who weigh only 2 kgs. So you want to start on the right foot, so that even the returns are going to be significant.
Okay.
So I had to get the right breeds. And again, something that our viewers need to know is that if you want the best, then you have to finance.
Yeah.
You have to finance.
You have to chip.
You have to chip. You have to chip.
Let me ask you one question. Back in the training, can I say like it was your wake up call, like I can do this, and I can be a full-time farmer, rabbit farmer? That's where you got the idea.
Well, it is after the training you have a realization that you've done things the wrong way, and if only you can just adjust a little bit of few things, then you can even have value for your farming.
Okay.
So it is at the farming that that was a wake up call. The same place that I had gone for training is the very same place that I got my breeding stock.
Oh.
Yes.
And you are talking of, once you said about the previous video, you said about keeping records. All this you learned in that 5 hours session.
Definitely, because again, like I had earlier mentioned, there is an aspect of inbreeding. Inbreeding and crossbreeding and all that can only be learned from someone who has had an experience of rabbit farming. So in the whole session, it's
so this one is like a full course.
It's a full
you get
course.
to know structures, breeds, how to breed, the management. You are able to get how to keep your records.
Yes, definitely.
The feeding program.
Yes, because again, there is no need of having the right breeds if you don't have the nice structures.
Okay.
There is no need of having the records if you don't have the right breed.
Wow.
So they both work hand in hand. So you can never miss this and achieve this. So you also need to know about records, because when you do the mating or when you're even doing the sales, we don't encourage farmers to buy the males and the females from the same mother, because chances are when they buy, they are likely to mate the very same rabbits they bought. So it is from the record keeping, you know which rabbit should be bred when and with who, and even what you expect as a result.
And when.
And when. Because again, from the record keeping, you need to have a breeding schedule. of when you need to breed.
Ah,
This one has just finished like a breastfeeding.
okay.
This one is expectant, so she needs to be kept alone. These are, for instance, bunnies at this age.
Okay.
So we need to separate them when they get this age. So all this is a whole sum of huge, extensive training.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Edwin, how many breeds do you have in your farm?
I can confirm around 10.
10.
10
10
breeds.
different.
10 different breeds.
Okay.
Yes.
And now you are able to tell like this can bring how many, can give birth to how many, this can give all that.
Yes, yes. It's also good to mention that we stock the famous New Zealand, we stock the California, we stock Dutch.
Which one is this?
This one is called Angora.
And it looks like a
Angora.
pet.
It looks like a pet, and most people get it as a pet because of its fur. It has lots of fur, and it also grows huge. We also have the Flemish giant. We also have checkered giant, and so many others. Each breed has its
you can tell it characteristics of each breed.
Yes,
And so someone like can you advise a farmer like to go for one particular breed?
Well, when a farmer comes, the first thing that we ask is why are you into rabbit farming?
Purpose.
Why? The purpose.
What's your purpose?
Yes.
Are you doing it out of passion? Are you doing it out of money?
Yes.
Are you doing it like
meat,
a side hustle?
Meat, yes.
Meat?
Yes. So different breeds.
Or you want to be a breeder?
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. So different breeds are kept for different purposes.
Wow. We are learning so much from you. And thank you so much for sharing all this, because not every day we get all these tips. And now we go to the big question.
Yes.
The market. The market. Where do you get the market for all this? Because guys came to me and said, rabbit is calm, there's no market for this. Where is the revenue? And if you're doing it like a business now, because like right now you are so serious on this business, I can see how far you have come within 1 year and some months. So where is the catch? Where is the cash?
The market for everything. Everything is always there. Everything. What doesn't matter, chicken, bananas, milk, eggs. The market is everything.
Tell them.
The only catch is what is your target. So it depends on who number one you're targeting, because the target. Again, the other thing is the quantity. We have 2 channels where we channel our rabbits, or where we sell our rabbits to. Number one, we have people who buy breeding or breeding stock, or rather females.
Oh.
Pure females.
Pure females.
Pure females. They don't want males. Those it's good to give people a hint of what they expect, because I know people want me to talk of a figure.
Yes,
and,
yeah, exactly.
I assume that you are selling 50 females, 50 does or 50 winners. That way, rather that between 2.5 months and 3 months, at the rate of 800 shillings. If you're selling 50 at the rate of 800 shillings, then you would expect 40,000.
Yeah.
40 clean thousand. 40,000.
Yes.
However, these must be hybrids. I insist
this must be
hybrids. Hybrids. That is item number one.
Okay.
The other item number two, are people that we sell our rabbits to, are the people who do the meat. The rabbit meat.
Yeah.
The least they need is 50 pieces.
The least when they come to your farm, the least they get is 50 pieces.
Yes. So when we farm and when we reach the mark of 50, we just give them a call. Like, come and pick. We have ready stock. Those ones they pick between 4 and 5 months.
Okay.
And 4 and 5 months,
it has gained,
you would expect that the rabbit that has been fed well, within 4 and 5 months, you should be around 3.8 and 4.5 kgs.
Wow.
Yes.
So these guys, they come, they buy packaging.
Yeah, they weigh the live weight. So you weigh if you're. It has taken me at least 1 year.
1 year.
1 year to get return for your money.
Okay. Edwin Farm is getting bigger and better, and now he's going a notch higher in investing on ornamental birds. Currently, he's just collecting the ornamental birds as far as from importing from outside the country and getting breeding stock from other parts of the country. And I'm so honored just to document his work, and let's see what he has in his stock. These birds, and why these birds?
These are 4 breeds of what we call the ornamental birds. On the extreme right is what we call the Pekin bantam.
Okay.
The Pekin bantam have the hairs, or rather the fur, or the feathers.
That black one?
No, the right one. On the right, yeah. Yeah.
That one.
That is a Pekin. And we have Shogal that has a naked neck. Those are called Shogal girls. And they are still the breeds of silky bantams. And then we have the white ones that are called now the famous bantams. Those ones are the people that are the ones that are so much known.
Okay.
And then we still have the brown silky bantams. It's hidden over the top there. I can show it.
Okay.
Brown. And then we have the Polish chicken. The Polish chicken has this one.
Wow.
This one. It has like a crest on top. Yeah, so basically this is what we're having as a breeding stock.
Okay, so this one you're not selling?
These ones I'm not selling.
You have just started the business.
Yeah, this is what I have started on. And maybe we shall also see what else we have. Those are just the ornamental birds.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Come and tell us about this.
These ones are now the guinea fowls. And what people don't know is that guinea fowls also have some very nice meat. Their meat is so sweet. Very sweet. I have tasted it. And they can also fetch some good income, because an egg we sell it at 100 bob.
Wow.
And for the birds, a pair we sell at 6,000. A male and a female. Currently, we don't have the young ones. We don't have the young ones for sale.
So all these are your breeding stock?
Yes, all these are breeding stock. And it has been a journey, but we are glad.
Okay.
We are glad.
All right. Let's see this. What do you have here?
What we have here is some breeds of ducks. We have the Muscovy, the famous Muscovy. And you also have Rouen. Rouen, I don't know, our viewers can see. This is the Rouen. This is a female. And it lays to the egg for the Rouen is like blue.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
The color is not white, the blue. And then this is the male. They have the difference in terms of color. We have others in other cages, but basically that is what we have for now. The guinea fowls, the shogun, the bantams, the Pekins, and the ducks. And we will also show them the goose, and the turkeys.
Okay.
Yes.